Matchbox collectors on tap today, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Level and Diecast. This is the in case of Matchbox collectors. This is, dropping at Target or anywhere else that may carry these. Don't really see these ever at Walmart. Walmart doesn't carry premium stuff, but you find these at Target, or you can always buy them online. First one we're going to take a look at. This is number 7. This is the Dodge Charger Police. This is a little bit of up and down. There's something about this Charger I'm not too happy with, but when we crack him open, we'll take a look at it. That is a licensed deco too, by the way, so at least we get that. Next one up on tap. This one is a little bit difficult to get. It is 1 per case, although the Charger is also 1 per case, but for some reason people do like this NASA Rover. It does look very good. It does have nice chrome gold wheels on it. Number 11, it's actually called the Chariot. So super cool that Matchbox is just, really opening up their collector line to pretty much anything they want, which is what it should be. Next one up, this is going to be a very, very popular model. However, the good news is this does come 2 per case. This is the Drag Beetle. This is the first non-exclusive version, I guess, if you want to put it. This was in the Mattel Creations box. This is the first time outside of that. So this will also be coming in moving parts. I believe it will be in the F case of moving parts in purple. But this one is in Moon Eyes. Of course, people love Moon Eyes. They love Volkswagen. And drag stuff is still pretty hot right now. Next up after that, speaking of drag stuff, we do have this 62 Plymouth Savoy. This guy is decoed up as a drag racer. As you'll notice on the box art, maybe you do or don't, it does have 2 separate style of wheels on there. So different wheels front to back. So looks interesting. We'll take a look at that when you crack him open. First time we're seeing him in Primo. Another one, first time seeing him in Primo. This is the 2015 MX-5 Miata in this kind of a flat white. Looks really, really good. I do like the chrome red lip on the wheels. So let's go ahead and crack these open and take a look at these models. All right, everybody, we're going to work our way backwards from where we started. We'll kick it off. We're going to take a look at the Miata first. Always like to take a look at the blueprint box on there. Looks pretty good. The wheels definitely don't match what's actually on the model, but blueprint looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Always try to see if there's any weird flaws or anything like in there. One thing I did want to point out with the boxes, they do say 2022 right there on the corner. So in case you're curious on what year of release they are from, there you go. This is the first one. This is the MX-5 Miata. Now, obviously, these are not premium like Hot Wheels, in case you guys are curious. I don't think you are, but in case you are, they don't have metal bases or anything like that. They're just plastic bases. They're just fully decoed up mainline models. This one looks pretty cool. It does have that. Forget what that logo is on the trunk. It's something about maybe Japanese nostalgic car or something like that. But that's kind of cool. It's got that logo on there. They've used that on Hot Wheels a lot. This guy, full rear and front tampo, looks pretty good. Like I said, it is a matte white, so it kind of soaks up the the shine and stuff like that. That's why you don't see a whole lot of reflection off of it, which is pretty nice. Has number 2 placard on the side. Again, those nice steelies with the just red chrome ring. Looks pretty good. Interior looks pretty good on this one. It's a little bit big. Casting's a little bit big just because it's just the way it works out. They're filling up the blister. They're not sizing the cars to each other. Take a look at some of those finer details. There is no plate detail on the back of this, but still looks pretty good. Prints on the side. Those nice steelies look pretty good. Really good prints on the front. Mazda logo. Same print on the other side. And then just that logo on the trunk. So it is Japanese nostalgia car. I'm glad I actually got something right for a change. And then just the base deets. So R27. So definitely one of the higher release numbers we've seen thus far. So that means these moved through the distribution channels relatively well. All right, next one up, 1962 Plymouth Savoy. Looks very stock on the back. This is very, very, very stock. But you will notice there is two different tires on there. Front versus rear. Still looks pretty good, though. I always try to find if there's any flaws in those blueprints. There's been some flaws before. It's pretty rare, but there's been some. So this is our Savoy. This was a new casting in 2021. Saw it already in 2022. Now we get to see it in a premium deco. Gloss blue looks really, really good. It has full tampo on the front, sides. Hood, sides, front, and rear. Does have super chrome base. Always like that. The casting's not really modded to be a drag car. It's made to be just kind of a factory vehicle. I think they did a pretty good job by swapping the wheels out to kind of get that drag look to it a little bit. Kind of makes the rear sit in a little bit. Looks okay. Looks decent. It's appropriate. We'll put it that way. Now I don't know if this is a actual deco, if this has been modified off of an actual Plymouth, but it looks very period specific and very period accurate too as well. Taking a look at the deets on the side here, does say Pedal Beast. Got your Eldar 58, so this is probably an original design, which is perfectly fine. See those two different wheels. Does have kind of the tri-spokes in the back and the steelies in the front. They are dropping it everywhere. They are the same thickness. No, they're the same tires and stuff like that. So no difference there, but it's cool. It's a little cool detail. Full print on the front. Looks pretty good. Full print on the back. Does say Beast on the plate. And then there is that print on the hood. Just carrying it forward. Looks pretty good. Again, Eldar 58. Looks pretty good. All right, next one we're going to take a look at. This is going to be one of the most popular ones. This one seems to be selling quite well at the pegs. This is the Beetle Drag Car. Looks really, really good in that blueprint picture. Actually looks, I think it looks better in the blueprint picture than what's probably going to look like in real life, which is right here. So obviously, in case you guys are wondering, like, since when did Matchbox make a slick, big fat slick? A lot of these wheels that come on their premiums come from Hot Wheels. It's just the way it is. I'm hoping at some point in time in the future we can see like nice, 5 spokes, 6 spokes, those kind of things. Hopefully we can see those kind of carry over to the Matchbox brand. But for now, they're Hot Wheels exclusives. This one looks really good though. People love Moon Eyes. I'm not a Moon Eyes person, here level in, but I collect the models. If they happen to be covered in Moon Eyes, then so be it. But I think it looks really, really good. I do like the giant slicks on the back, nice pizza cutters in the front. Looks very, very good. This is, like I said, in the Mattel Creations box. This is kind of the, I wouldn't say it's the regular release because it was premium in that box, but this guy, just kind of nice to get him on the mainstream. Of course, it will be in moving parts as well, so it'll be a staple. This one does have opening feature. So it does open up. That is all die cast in there, which looks pretty good. It does have a stand. You can see that on the top underneath. So we'll pull the stand down. That way he can be stanced. You can check it out. It's actually a pretty decent model. I was kind of surprised that whole interior piece is actually metal. And the body is metal as well. And then, of course, you just have the plastic base. But I think it's a good choice. And I think they really did that for the engine because the engine's part of that interior piece. So it looks really, really good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even crack open my Mattel Creations box. I don't open those models, like take them out of the acrylic or anything. So first time I'm actually holding this Beetle Drag Car, which is perfectly fine. I think it looks very, very good. The slicks look very, very good. Full deets on the front. Looks good as well. Simple tampo in the rear. Does have the laundry out the back. And I was incorrect. This has a metal base. It's not plastic. That is metal. So, very, very nice. So, I was actually quite shocked. Didn't think it was going to be metal, but it is. So, This model is all metal except for the window and the stand to hold up the whole model. All right, NASA Rover. Not something that I ever thought we would see in premium, but I think it deservedly deserves to be there. The blueprint looks pretty good on this one. This actually looks like it might be something you might see from NASA themselves, which is kind of interesting. So it's decent. Now, I understand that this is one per case, so that makes it a little bit more difficult to get your hands on. The Miata is 2 per case. The Plymouth is 2 per case. And then this guy is only 1. Beetle is also 2 per case. And then the last one we'll take a look at, the Charger, is only 1 per case. But I think that this one just has a really nice peg appeal to it. I think people just see it and they just kind of get gravitated towards it. For when it's NASA, you know, it's something different. And I think those gold chrome wheel hubs really just pull it all in. Now, I wish that this was gold chrome and not just regular gold, because that would have really, really popped on the pegs. But still looks pretty good. It's nice to get this guy in full tampo. It's kind of limited on the tampo, of course. Just the white cab area you see is metal. The rest of it is all plastic. But it is all decoed up very, very nice. Looks pretty good. I do like the gray tires as well. That's a very, very important detail that this needed to have. If they would have put normal black ones on there, it definitely would not have looked correct. So kudos to the Matchbox team for putting the gray tires on there. A little bit extra cost for sure. Tampos on the side there has NASA logo a couple times, American flag. Some details for the lights up above. Same with the front, lights up above. Even a little bit of light print on the base. Does have a painted surround for the window piece. This rear section here is all plastic. You can tell it's been printed up. Looks pretty good though. The side is a little bit different. Does not have an access door. Same prints on that. American flag does face the correct direction, so that's very, very nice. No prints on the back whatsoever. None at all. However, it does get that nice NASA logo on the top. And then, of course, just the print around the roll bar, I guess that might be on the front there. You know, nothing really fancy about this guy. It's just a really cool and unique piece. I really am taken back the fact that they actually did this Rover in premium. I think is just perfect. It's just perfect. All right, we're going to get on to the last model. Dodge Charger, which looks like an absolute giant off-road beast of a truck in the blueprint and the card art. It looks terrible. Definitely it's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. There's really nothing good to say about this. It just looks terrible. The car itself is okay. Now, we're going to throw this down here. Now, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to beat the 800-pound gorilla in the room right now. And I'm just going to say, WTF Matchbox, why don't we get front print on this car? Why are the headlights not done? Why is the grille not done? Why is there no print on the front of this at all? Now, this is not an error. There are no print on the front of this Charger. There is no print. There's print on the card art. There's print on the box art. But not on the car. Not on the car. Why we didn't get print on the front of this car is beyond me. And so what I actually did was I went back and tried to find some pictures from the Gathering when they had one of these on preview, and it didn't even have front tampos. So they just completely elected to not put any front tampos on this model. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is a premium and there's no front print on it. Plus, this is a licensed deco. This is not a generic made up, Matchbox PD. This is an actual deco. So why would you not do that? Now, this casting was used in a hyper premium style as a dealer model at the convention about, I don't know, I'd say about 8 to 10 years ago, something like that. And it got print all the way around it. So it's not like they don't have the capability to print the front of the casting. It just blows me away. It blows me away that this doesn't have print on it. It's unbelievable. So getting this up close, taking a look at that. So I believe that is Illinois, I think. State Police. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit. Can't even read that. It's just too small. See if we might get some deets on the back. You got a plate. It says I see you. Can't make out that state number, but you know, full print in the back. Black roof, black hood, and black trunk. Looks pretty good. Unit number 933. Zero print on the front. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I do think they did a good choice on the wheel, though. I do like the wheel. Looks pretty good. Nothing fancy down here. It says copyright 2012, which is kind of interesting because, you know, this casting was modified to include the, you know, integrated light bar, but I guess it wasn't enough to designate it a brand new casting number or new copyright date. I don't know. I guess at this point I'm just nitpicking because I'm very frustrated that this doesn't have front tampo on it. This is a premium model. Could you imagine car culture nowadays for Hot Wheels to release something that didn't have print on the front or the back? Unheard of. It wouldn't happen. It would not happen. Just absolutely blows me away. So, but we're still going to roll out with that because, you know, it is the 800-pound gorilla in the room because it's ridiculous. And we're just going to put the other two hotties on there, which is going to be NASA Rover and, of course, the Moon Eyes Bug. So there you go. That is the Matchbox Collectors 2022. That is mix in. We have one more mix to go, and then there'll probably be maybe one or potentially two cars that carry over to next year's assortment, kind of like what they did this year where the GTR carried over from last year to this year. So we'll probably be in the same boat. They have an average of about 4 or 5 new castings per case, and if that's the case, we will be up to 18 or 19 with the final case, or maybe they'll just push all 5 out and we'll be good to go. But either way, that's all we have for now. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you share my frustrations on the Charger. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But we love them all. We're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Level M.K.